might be more innocent than others. Some people know there's timing going on. And they would, you know, love the idea that, it's hard to explain. Most people want to hurry up and get the deliveries done because they kind of operate on a clock. I know Shipt kind of did. Instacart is big time on a clock. They put on the pressure so badly with a countdown that's ridiculous. So I've never done anything for Instacart, but that's what I would see. Someone would show me, like, see how there's a countdown? There's a run on Sunday, and I think that's why there's so much activity. Oh, also people are graduating. So this is graduation season, end of the school season, people wrapping up exams if they're in school, so then people have a reason to celebrate in all kinds of ways. So anyway, but when people are on the clock, it becomes easier and easier. It becomes like a game to be able to time. And if you're part of a movement, you could time yourself just enough to irritate the targets of whatever it is you're doing, per se. It's hard to explain. In my mind, it's like, how is that done? And could companies themselves be complicit? Like, can they arrange for people to be in certain places at certain times because they're in the know? You see, like the giants in the sky arrange for it. Like, could that actually happen? It sounds crazy, but things have happened so much that I started to wonder who learned how to do this stuff and how high it goes up. I think this is bad. So I hop. A lot of people, the bus. Medical industry, they would be like typically out here this hour. They have early schedules and stuff like that. Jefferson, Dr. Thomas. I had a Dr. Thomas as my, whatever you call it, pediatrician. Wasn't it Dr. Thomas? Then I had Dr. McEnany as my dentist, childhood dentist. So he had his practice and family home were all attached in one big corner lot property. So he lived, you know, where his office was. Can you imagine being that privileged, you know, as a person? So gotta work with all the yucky stuff, but some people like gross stuff. And if you're kind of a fetish person and you like gross, funky stuff, go into the field of medicine. People are gross all over. Like, you imagine? Like, if some people wouldn't even go on to nursing school or med school if they really thought about how bad the world, like how bad it can get for people out there and how gross conditions can be, situations, all the yucky stuff people wind up in. We also live in an era when junk food is the norm. And sadly, that can make people a little less desirable to have to deal with when handling, you know, the entire body per se. It does matter. You look at photos from ages ago, or even in families, people didn't grow up with McDonald's. Like, my parents didn't grow up with McDonald's. Slowly, frozen food on trays became introduced as a way to be Digimatic, automatic convenience. That's like, Digimatic is very 1950s, that idea of convenience. Everybody's working, so we'll have, I think the same guy, they got him having to do everything this morning. So, and out here in the Spark. So, Spark and Wick is what I would think of. Little Honda Spark or similar over there. I run into that guy who walks around. He's noticeable because he's, you know, got a hat and everything. He's kind of a character. Got a little watch that, what are those things called on the chain? Forgot what they're called. But stopwatch-ish, or there's an old school name, I guess, for the watch. The clock on a chain, and you pull it up and open it up, you know. It's like Back to the Future. So, 3 Verizon and Cheesecake Factory. All together there. Anyway, so this will be more familiar to me. So this woman I used to see all the time at Rittenhouse, and she knows it's louder than it normally is. I know she knows it. I care, pin lady. So, the petite woman there used to walk around Rittenhouse Square in the mornings between 5:30, 5:45, 6, and like 7. So she must be wrapping up her usual morning walk. And she's been doing that for years, because this goes back to 2013. And wow, we are 10, 12 years later and she's still doing her rounds in the morning. She still do it every day. So that is dedication and commitment. But she is really nice. I remember her because I saw her at Whole Foods many, many years ago, and she wore a pin that says "I care." And I talked to her like a year ago regarding a dog that sort of ran off. I was like, by any chance, did you see a beagle go by here? Because it's a whole thing. That's another whole drama that unfolded. I want my life back as a normal writer, editor, or similar, or some sort of runners. So people prepping for the run down here. There's 3 runners, or 4. Someone's in the street there prepping for a Broad Street run. So I was supposed to do that, and they're laying blacktop at 16th and Sansom, and they're laying cement at Clover / Ludlow and between 11 and 12 over by the Honickman. Now on Sunday there is a food truck. So there's a truck back here making deliveries, but this is Yucky Street. There's a food truck festival kind of after the Broad Street run from noon to like 4 or similar, noon to something. And the food truck festival is right where those 2 cement trucks were. And it's Sylvie or something cement trucks on Clover at Jefferson Plaza and Ludlow and between 11th and 12th. So right in the middle, I guess, but some would say closer to 12. Oops, we got some mud spill here, I guess. Coffee spill. I guess they put down new dirt here at this light. So they blacktopped at this thing here. Got a special thing at Sola Salon. They had a open streets last Sunday, a couple days ago, and that was the last one. I do and don't love it. I love the idea of there being fun things to do on Walnut, but it's in the vein of like they bring parade is a better word. Kids are paraded out here, and I've wondered like what the intent is of maleficent nefarious beings who create events for other reasons that aren't as good as one would hope. I've wondered. The van is not even open yet.